You're listening to an archived Cabral Concept podcast. After listening to this show, check out the most up-to-date podcasts available at stephencabral.com/podcasts or search directly on iTunes. And now, welcome to the Cabral Concept, where board-certified naturopath and integrative health practitioner Dr. Stephen Cabral shares how he was diagnosed at the age of 17 with a life-altering illness and given no hope for recovery. It was only after studying and traveling all over the world did he discover how to combine ancient Ayurvedic healing practices with state-of-the-art naturopathic and functional medicine to fully rebalance the body and re-energize it with life. It's time to discover how to get well, lose weight, and finally feel alive again. And now, here's your host, Dr. Stephen Cabral.
Welcome back to the Cabral Concept. I'm Stephen Cabral, and today on a Motivation and Mindset Monday, we're actually going to be going over a fairly common topic that people seem to stumble on whenever starting a new wellness program or a new weight loss program, or really just achieving a goal in general. And part of the issue is that with the internet now, we can literally type a search term in and come up with what? 1 million different possibilities, a couple thousand different types of books, and maybe 40 different thousand types of opinions on what you should be doing. So the question always comes up in one form or another: what plan should I be following? What should I be doing? You know, it's just basically, it's kind of like paralysis by analysis. And that means that there's just so much information out there. How do you know what to follow? How do you know what to do? And better yet, what I say is, how long should you be following the plan? And this is really important because no matter whether you're following a plan that I advise you on, whether you're meeting with another functional medicine doctor, a chiropractor, acupuncturist, personal trainer, nutritionist, whoever it might be, your health coach, is, how do you take the information they're giving you and then filter it through everything that you've read before? That's kind of the big thing. So I have the pleasure of actually getting to work with a lot of people who, now some people might not say it's a pleasure, but they've been to a lot of other doctors before and they haven't got the results that they wanted. So, but the nice thing is, because I was in that same position myself many years ago going through this process, is that I did a lot of reading and I kept reading. I kept taking little bits here and there. But then that kind of made me challenge a lot of the opinions that other practitioners were giving me on how to get well again. So what I found was that I had to take their advice. It was very, very important. I believe it's very important for you to follow one person's advice, not 6 different practitioners you're working with. And the reason I say that is there's just too many variables. In my practice, I tell people this just very straightforward, very upfront. For the first 21 days, you are only following my plan. That's it. You're discarding any other supplements. You're just not using them yet that you might have gotten from another practitioner. Doesn't mean they're not good. You're not doing any other type of exercise, any other type of acupuncture, whatever it might be. You're just following just my plan for 21 days. Now, again, this doesn't have to be my plan. It could be any plan that you want, but just kind of go for the same protocol. And the reason I say that is this. Within 21 days, you're going to have a pretty good assessment. Now, it's not as good as following it for 6 weeks to 8 weeks, which you're going to get a much better assessment. But after 21 days, I also have eliminated all the other variables, so I know how to make adjustments during that period of time and then after that period of time. Because I can say if you're doing acupuncture and chiropractic and then you were following this diet at the same time as taking this nutritional supplements, I don't know what was working. I have no idea. If it worked, great, but do you have to continue doing all of these things? Or can we get really simple? Can we get back to the basics, do those specific things, and then if they don't work, if it's not enough, then we can add more. I like using a little bit less in the beginning. Now, don't get me wrong. When you see the protocols that I write and the personalized wellness plans that I create, it is a fair amount of lifestyle. It's a fair amount of nutritional supplements. It's all the things to get your body back to equilibrium, to get it back to the place where it has everything it needs to support itself. And in the beginning, when your digestion is poor, when your energy levels are low, your mood isn't great, you need to give your body what's missing. That's very simple, very straightforward. We can do functional medicine tests for that if we choose to. If not, we can use an overall great generalized plan for you. And then we get to say, is that enough? If it is, perfect. We're going to be on that plan, and then I'll talk a little bit later about how we come off of that plan as well. So what I would say to you is this. In the very beginning, trust whatever practitioner that you've decided is going to be your guide for the next let's give it a real chance, 6 to 12 weeks, because you'll know in that month and a half to 3 month period of time that this plan is either getting you better or it's not, or it's helping you lose weight or it's not. In our weight loss practice, our body transformation practice, there's a reason why our plans are 12 weeks long when someone comes in. We don't do a one-off session. That doesn't make any sense. You're not going to lose weight that specific way. You need a full plan, and you want someone guiding you along the way. Now, if they write you up a 12-week program, let's say you have an online personal trainer or you're working with an online coach or whatever it might be, they have to give you a full plan, not a workout. A workout doesn't work, but a plan does. So after you get that plan from whoever you trust as your source, because you're saying, you know what, this person has taken the time to listen to me, they get me, they understand me. It's kind of like they share the same story, they've gone through the same struggles, or they know how to get people results because they've done it with people that I know, and so I trust that. Okay, once you've found that trusted person, and take your time to find that trusted person, so that's very important as well, then simply be a robot, literally a robot following their plan. Don't question it. You might think you know best, but that's okay. And the reason I'm saying that is this. They probably have worked with hundreds of cases just like yours, but they're going to customize it just for you. And they know a lot of the things that other people have gone through before you, and they're already answering those questions. So my ideal person is they come in, they say, okay, I ask for feedback on a weekly basis. So please let me know how you're feeling at the end of the week. Did we stay neutral, about the same? Do we get better? Do things slip backwards? What was it? Give me some feedback on that. And of course, ask questions daily if you have those types of issues. But be a robot. Follow the plan. Do everything so that we just eliminate all the variables. Because if we can control all the variables in the beginning, even though it's just this finite period of time, 3 weeks, 21 days, that's what we ask for our weight loss. That's what we ask for our wellness clients as well, is that then we know it works for you or what doesn't. And sometimes implementing a plan that doesn't work gives us just as much valuable information as those that do. Because now we know, this plan typically works for 90% of people, but guess what? You're in that 10%, that 20% where it didn't work for. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We've already experienced this before. We know what to do when it doesn't work. This is that next step. This is why it didn't work. We know that. So if you can follow the plan, just plug yourself into a system, then I know you're going to have your best results. And a lot of times, you have to start somewhere, and you might not have the energy to just keep going like from this thing to that thing, and should I be following paleo or keto or vegetarian or vegan or raw? It's like, how many different things can you experiment with? And the truth is that you probably don't have to experiment with that many. If you go with a nice elimination-based plan, a nice anti-inflammatory-based plan, a good gut cleansing-based protocol, you find that area that works for a lot of people, that the deep root causes of what's going on. Plug yourself into that, and then just understand it's a process. It's a process. Yes, a lot of the people I do work with and a lot of other functional medicine practitioners and naturopathic doctors, they can help people feel better quickly. And that's great. And I tell people that, fine. Yeah, if you're going to feel great within the first 3 weeks, fantastic. But that doesn't mean you're fully better. This is a process. We need to work to strengthen the body over a period of months. It just doesn't happen in weeks. If it didn't happen to you in weeks, and it's not going to get you better in weeks, sure, you could absolutely feel better in weeks, and that does happen all of the time, but you do want to stick with the process. So I don't want to go into it any more than I just said right there. What I want you to do is find someone you trust. Anyone that you've seen get results, anyone that you share that same story with, anyone that has shown the research and proven to get the results that you want. Great. If it's safe, follow that protocol like a robot. Just plug yourself into that system. Do it for at least 21 days. That's the very, very minimum, but ideally for 6 to 12 weeks. And that is plenty of time. Believe me, if you do something for 12 weeks, you're going to know the difference. Whether it's an autoimmune-based issue, really anything, you're going to see a difference within that 12 weeks. That should motivate you to get started as well. I mean, I really believe that. You'll be onto it. You'll know if you're getting better or not within that first 6 to 12 weeks. So do find a plan that you want to start on. Do plug yourself into it, and let us just share those results, whether it's one of my plans or someone else's. I love hearing the results that people get in any way that they can. Thank you for tuning in. I'll be back real soon with another Cabral Concept.
Are you ready to heal yourself and then go on to heal others? If so, the Integrative Health Practitioner Institute can help you discover proven functional medicine protocols that blend the best of 7 different healing disciplines from around the world. I personally share with you the exact handouts and protocols I use in my private practice that enable people to get well, lose the weight, and live longer, stronger. I want to pass this information on to the next generation of health coaches, and that is exactly why I created IHP. We are the future of the health coaching industry, and the skills and knowledge you will learn will make you an in-demand certified health coach anywhere in the world. Although we have many medical professionals taking the IHP certifications, no experience is necessary, and half our members have no previous health certifications. At the Integrative Health Practitioner Institute, our motto is a health coach in every home. Our goal is that you take this knowledge and then share it with family, friends, loved ones, your community, or in a practice where you create a career you love and can be proud of. The global IHP community is filled with some of the most kind and caring people in the world, and we can't wait to welcome you into our world soon. For more information or to set up a discovery call with one of our IHP Health Coach graduates, simply head over to integrativehealthpractitioner.org.